A lot of people say when they leave Cannes, and those people who've been to the festival will know this feeling. They say words to the effect of, I feel like I've just been in an immersion of creativity, surrounded by the world's most interesting people. And the buzz that you get from that is huge. And so, as we thought about that, we thought, well, actually, the number of people who can enjoy that is tiny compared to the size of the industry globally. And that feeling of being really immersed in creativity is like a creativity masterclass surrounded by great people. How could we make that available to just lots more people, just a much, much bigger group of people? And that's really the starting point of where we've got to. So we've come to the conclusion that we want to provide a kind of year round experience for people. We're going to launch Lions membership in a couple of weeks' time. And part of Lions membership will be the digital experience of Cannes Lions. That's part of it. But actually, more important than that, we want to provide a platform for people to come together, to create communities, to learn from each other, and to improve their creativity, to develop as creative people. And we want to provide that year round, and we want to provide it to a lot more people. So I suppose people have called it democratization, just making it not just for that elite, but for as many people as possible. So that's our plan. Come in a couple of weeks, we're launching that plan.
And Can Live, the your video programming is quite good. I assume that's expanding. Tell us about the content efforts that you're doing and where that's going.
Well, last year we did Cannes Lions live, and it was like a TV show, I suppose. It was a studio-based, content-based thing. But this year we've got an added wonderful benefit, which is that this year we will have the Lions themselves being awarded. The actual work is being awarded. We've got 2 years worth of work to award. And so the week of Cannes is going to be, although there will be a lot of content and great panels and great discussions and great work being shown, we're going to talk a lot about the actual Lion winners. So we're going to interview the presidents of the juries. We're going to interview the winners of the work, and we want to deep dive into why that worked and why it was such great creativity. Which, to be honest, is again something that we don't have the opportunity to do at the festival because there's just not really the time, and everybody's too busy doing other things. So the heart of the week, the Cannes Lions Live week, will be about the work, and we're really excited about that. The difference with last year was we gave it away free last year, as you might remember, and we had about 100,000 people on the platform during the week of Cannes Lions. We can't afford to do that forever, so the membership proposition, which is about $250 per person, that will include the Cannes Lions Live week as well. So we're selling it this year. It's just different from last year. From a digital experience perspective, if you go back again to last year, we had one of the elements, I suppose, of an event. So we had the content, we had speeches, we had amazing panels, we had wonderful content. But there are two other elements that we didn't do last year that we're going to do this year. The first is, as I say, the work. So we've got the awards to look at, we've got the awards to celebrate, and people can see what's winning around the world, which is a huge part of what Cannes Lions is. And then the third element is that networking and community element. So we've partnered with a platform called Spatial Web, which was used actually by MediaLink at CES as well. And that gives people an opportunity to come together, to network, and to have as close to a physical experience as you can digitally. We all know it's not the same, but it gives you an opportunity to meet people and to network with people. So we've got the content, the work, and the networking. So it's hopefully going to be a very different experience and a really enjoyable one for people.
And plans as they stand now for something happening in New York.
Yes, so MediaLink want to try and bring the industry together in New York. Obviously, there won't be people traveling. It's still quite hard to travel to Europe, and it probably will still be in June. So, MediaLink want to host something in New York, and plans for that are coming along. We hope we can make it happen. There's still some rules, although I read at the weekend, of course, they're relaxing them even more in New York, aren't they? So, hopefully we can bring some people together to at least celebrate being together for the first time for more than a year in North America in New York, and MediaLink will be heading that up.
That would be fantastic. Can't wait to hear more. Phil, I wanted to ask that the opportunity or the challenges in creating value for sponsors. Now, Cannes Lions has has great support by so many great partners. What is the opportunity for sponsors to find value out of a virtual event? Like, what are you hoping to provide, and how is that developing?
Well, it's not as big, so I'll be really honest. So those of people interested in the business model, it's not as big because you can't get quite as many people as interested in digital. But what we have found is, to our surprise, I suppose, in a way, is just how interested a lot of very large global clients that we already have are in digital. So we've partnered with some really big names, and you'll see it when we come out. But some of our really big tentpole sponsors, and you know who we're talking about, you know, the global platforms, the global entertainment companies, they have come into the digital offering and they're really supporting us on it. We gave everyone the option. Hey, do you want to just lift and shift from 21 to 22? We'll do what you did in Cannes for 22. That's fine. Or do you want to look at what's available digitally? And so there have been some really interesting conversations, both for the week itself, the Cannes Lions week itself, but also for the long-term, year-long membership proposition. So there will be some announcements coming out in the next couple of weeks about some really big partnerships that we've built from people who understand the power of digital and what can be achieved. Because I think that what we've learned so clearly throughout this pandemic is that what we all offer, what Cannes Lions offers, what the content offers, it's of interest to a huge number of people. It's just not that many people can get to Cannes to enjoy it each year.
So, shifting gears around Essential, you guys have been doing a lot of interesting work. We've noticed and covered the Hudson MX investment and your large position in that company. Tell us about that deal or that effort, and sort of um, where Essential is going in terms of other media related things that are not conference related.
Well, if I can put it like this, I think if you look at what marketers are really, how a marketer would keep their job, right, is if they're producing amazing creative work, so the creativity is strong. If they're producing work that's very effective, so it's doing its job, and if they are doing that efficiently, in other words, they're not wasting money. So, what Essential tries to do is to provide marketers with the tools to do those to the very best of their ability. So, if you think about our products, we've got Cannes Lions on the creative side, so the absolute benchmark for great creativity. We've got Walk, which is the platform for effectiveness. We've got MediaLink, of course, which advises many clients on not only the effectiveness but the efficiency of what they do. And Hudson fits into that because what Hudson's doing is providing media owners and ultimately clients with a more modern way for them to plan and buy their media. And what we hope to be able to do is to bring all of these elements together to really provide a holistic view for marketers on exactly how to produce outstanding work that really does the job it's intended to do at the minimal cost. And we figure if we can do that, then we've got a really powerful proposition for the marketing industry. And Hudson's a very big part of that. And as you know, we're talking to all the major holding companies about that. And there's a lot of interest in Hudson at the moment.